It All Starts With You is a show where we're going on a journey of self-discovery and exploration. This platform is a place for women who are transitioning and transforming. Hi, I'm Eileen Lemmelman, licensed clinical social worker and psychotherapist. We are embarking on a trip together where I will be interviewing experts and extraordinary women such as you and me. Let's start the show. Hello, 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 my ladies, my dolls, my friends. You are watching It All Starts With You, and I'm your host, Eileen Lemmelman. Welcome to September. Can you believe that it is September? The summer has come and gone. The summer has flown by, and now, I know for me, when I start seeing September 1, I don't know, it might be, my school days. It feels like, okay, a new year has started, even though it's not a new year, but I don't know, September, the beginning of school, the end of summer, it's like the new year, right? And so really what I'm talking about is time is flying by. And what are you doing to take care of yourself? What are you doing to do good things for yourself? Maybe you're saying, oh, after the summer, I'll do this, or after that happens, I'll do that. But as time goes by, we delay and delay and delay, and we don't take care of essential things, which is actually a beautiful segue into what we're going to be talking about today. Putting off all things healthcare is not wise. We have to really plan each and every step of our care, not only our physical care or our emotional care, but we also have to take care of our needs as we age and as we perhaps might get sick. I know when I was watching my own parents as they aged, they never anticipated that they were going to be sick and frail and infirm, and they would need help. And of course, they didn't plan, they didn't have long-term care or any kind of things in place. And so that's all out-of-pocket money. And if you don't have that, and you haven't planned for that, it could really wipe you out. So today, I am bringing on the best resource that we have available. It is Patti Shotwell, the insurance lady, and she's going to talk to us today about an issue. Hey, listen, it might not be a sexy issue. It might not be something that you even think about, but it is important. And I know you're going to thank me for bringing this on today and for educating you. If you have any questions during the show and you want to ask Patti right here in real time, call the studio at 888-994-4995, and she's going to answer your questions, or you can write in on the Facebook page any questions that you might have. Because as we're going to be talking about long-term care, I bet you're going to have a lot of questions that are going to come up. So let's welcome Patti Shotwell, the insurance lady, on. Hello, Patti.
Hi, Eileen.
Oh, it's so nice to have you back.
Oh, it's great to be back.
Anytime I have Patti here, we have the best time. She has the best laugh. And, she makes everything so easy. And I can tell you that from personal experience. When I was at the point of, oh my gosh, I have to sign up for Medicare. What am I going to do? Patti took me by the hand. She walked me through everything and made it so understandable and so easy. And that's what I hope we'll do today with long-term care. So let's start out with defining before we do that,
Oh.
How was your summer?
What summer? I'm like, I agree with you, Eileen. I was like, we were mentioning it was like a matrix. We went into a matrix and we came out and it was like 3 months later.
Exactly.
I'm like, what happened to the summer?
Exactly.
It's just been crazy time.
I know.
Crazy. But the summer is always busy for insurance agents because that's when we have to do all of our recertifications with Medicare and all the carriers and everything. So lots of training in July and August, and now we're getting ready for annual enrollment that starts in October.
Yeah, so we will be talking about that because that's very important. We don't want to miss any dates for all these, insurance kinds of things that we have to take care of.
Yeah.
So, but today we're going to be talking about long-term care.
Yeah, and it's a very important subject.
Yes.
Yeah.
So can you define what that means? What does long-term care actually mean?
Well, long-term care has to do with in-home care or assisted living care or even nursing home care. It's basically once you need help with the activities of daily living, which are things like bathing yourself, dressing yourself, feeding yourself, whether you have incontinence problems, whether you can get in and out of the chairs by yourself or out of bed by yourself. If you need assistance with any of these items, which are activities of daily living, that's when you need to have some assistance, either in-home care or at your home. And some people just depend on their family to do that for them, and that's not necessarily always the most comfortable or financially palatable, or even something that most people want. I mean, I know I don't really want my daughter having to take care of me when I'm old.
We don't think about that.
Older.
We think, oh, okay. I know some people have the mindset.
Yeah.
Well, I took care of my kids, so when I age, they'll take care of me.
Yeah.
But you know what you don't think about? You don't think about having your child take care of personal
issues. Yeah.
Like going to the bathroom and showering and things, these are personal, space kinds of things.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's not really a comfortable thing. And it can be a really heavy burden on family members. If they're working full time, now they have to take care of you at the same time. Financially, time constraints, taking you for doctor's appointments. I mean, all these kind of things are, become part of your need for assistance as you get older. So, yeah.
You don't think about also, I know when I talk to my patients who are seniors, they have a week's worth of a calendar of doctors, like every day, and you don't realize how time consuming that is. So you're saying that if you have that kind of policy in place, you'll have somebody to take you to all those doctor's appointments, which you don't really think about, right?
Well, that type of thing can be what's considered custodial care, and that's not necessarily covered by some of these options. Now, there are like long-term care. Oops.
Technology is always with us. It's okay.
Like custodial.
Who's calling?
I know. I'm sure it was a scam, likely.
Yes.
90% of my calls are.
I know. It's getting worse.
But anyway, it's custodial care is just having someone that's there to help you do your daily activities. Now, if you need a medical assistance, people to help you with your medications, or you medically have a reason, it's not just a physical issue, it's a medical issue, then you're getting more into needing medical nursing care. But even to have somebody that will come to your home and stay there for like 8 hours a day or something, they the costs for those are like custodial care, and that's like $20 an hour.
Oh, I know.
So
and it adds up.
It does add up. So when you're talking about an average cost for a year, it's like $60,000
Yes.
for a year.
Yes.
And if you need someone like 24 hours a day and you need nursing care, now you're talking more like $80,000 or $100,000 a year. That it really gets expensive.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
want to break down the cost definitely. But before we get there, I want to ask you something. What are the different types of long-term care that's available for people?
Okay. Well, in order to help pay for long-term care, is that what you're asking, or like long-term care and in-home care or nursing
yes,
home?
I want to know those.
All right.
First.
So there is in-home care, which is when you're living in your home and somebody comes to your home or moves in with you to help take care of you, that type of thing. That's in-home care. Okay.
Okay.
Assisted living is a facility they're becoming very popular, and I actually have looked into these things and I'm like, wow, some of these are really, really good. But they're like, you get an apartment, they provide you with meals if you want that. They can do all your meals for you. They have somebody that can help you keep track of your medications. If you need a little assistance with maybe bathing or something, they can provide that for you. But a lot of times people go into assisted living care because they just don't want to live alone anymore. They're nervous about being at home by themselves, and they're not necessarily able to cook their meals for themselves. So there's assisted living facilities, which are actually really good. There's some really great ones out there. And those can range in the average of like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month. It's like rent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And they provide your meals. You have entertainment. You have
socialization
and everything.
Activities.
And
yes.
and they do transportation and things. I mean, it's some really good facilities out there. Then the next level would be nursing home care, where now you're really pretty much, wheelchair bound or bed bound or something like that, and you just need the 24-hour nursing home care. Where they're still providing for all your needs, but you're not as active as you were when you were in assisted living.
Yes.
So and that's
sometimes you're very sick when you go to nursing
you can be very
facility.
sick when you go to that level.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's 3 different levels of care that would you would have to either decide or it would be chosen for you.
Yes.
Because sometimes we don't have a choice when we're put into a skilled nursing facility.
Yeah.
Because there's no one there to take care of us. We really require round-the-clock care.
Yeah.
And people don't necessarily have that kind of money
True.
to stay home and have nursing care 24/7.
Yeah.
So what are the 3 different kinds of, I think there are 3 different kinds of policies that people can buy. So I'm sort of a little bit, educated around that, but not 100%. So tell me what the kinds of policies people would buy.
Okay. The traditional long-term care insurance is a standalone policy. It's a long-term care insurance. You purchase this, you pay monthly premiums, and basically what you're doing is you're purchasing a bucket of money. Okay? And that bucket of money can be doled out either based on a certain number of days that they'll pay or a certain amount that they'll pay per day. So the money starts coming out of your bucket as you need it. And you qualify for accessing this. You have, first of all, you have to qualify for the insurance. If you need long-term care at the time that you apply, you won't get approved. Okay? So if you have medical conditions that are 100% going to lead to long-term care, they're not going to approve you. Okay?
So the earlier
you need to get
you do this,
long-term
the better.
care before you need it.
Yes.
Okay? Now, once you decide like what your bucket of money is going to be and how much you want to be able to take per day for your care, how long you want your bucket to last, things like that. Those are all things that are determined. They're pretty customizable, the way that you can do it. But they all have what's called an elimination period, where it's like initially when you become at a point where you need your long-term care, the policies will have an elimination period of anywhere from 30 to 180 days, which during that time, you still have to pay for your care, all your long-term care, for that elimination period before the policy kicks in. So that's an important part of those policies. And these policies kind of work like car insurance does. If you never have an accident or never use your car insurance, then you've just paid and all that money is gone. Okay, so you will, if you're one of the lucky ones that never need your long-term care insurance, then that money that you paid into it just is, is a boon for the insurance company.
But what I've learned is that now they will, oh, what's that? You must have an Amber Alert.
Gosh, let me,
Turn
I am
off your
so
phone.
sorry. So it isn't an Amber Alert.
But there's actually what I learned is a hybrid kind of policy where people are actually paying in and they can take that money out if they need it, or they can transfer it to their children.
Yeah, well, the hybrid policies are something new that the insurance company started a few years ago, maybe about 10 years ago they started to get popular. These are life insurance policies that have riders that are attached to them that can be for accelerated, it's basically accelerated death benefits, okay? Which they call them living benefits. So if you become chronically ill or critically ill or terminally ill, or if you need long-term care, if you have these riders on your life insurance, which a lot of the companies offer these at no additional charge, you can get your life insurance benefits in advance of your passing. So instead of it just being something that is left behind for your beneficiaries when you pass away, it's also something that you could access before your passing if you needed it. So it's a hybrid of like long-term care or accelerated benefits.
Now I understand that. See, I didn't like that term, accelerated death benefits.
I know. It's
I don't know what that meant. I was like, no, I don't want to accelerate that.
It's like your death benefit is accelerated. Not your death is accelerated.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're just going to.
Oh my goodness. So we're going to take a little break now as we're laughing and as we're chuckling. We're going to take a little break. Remember, call in with any questions to the studio at 888-994-4995. Patty, who is an expert in things, insurance, retirement, all that. That's why she's the insurance lady. Will answer any of the questions, or just write in and we'll answer your questions. So we'll take a little break. When we come back, we'll continue talking about long-term care.
Patti Shotwell, the insurance lady, is a retirement planner and an independent broker. Assisting people of all ages with health insurance and life insurance, Patti is a retirement specialist helping the senior population with Medicare, long-term care, legacy, family security, and nest egg protection. From health and medical, income and savings, final expenses and estate planning, extended care, and long-term care, Patti focuses on educating clients and on making sure that questions are answered and problems are solved. For more information, contact Patti at 954-540-7850.
Kathy Mela is a dream resuscitator, helping women regain a sense of purpose, be more fulfilled in their career, and finding balance in life, all without sacrificing their well-being. Throughout her 45-year career in the medical community, Kathy breathed life into thousands of babies through the physical act of PPV, positive pressure ventilation. Now she breathes life into your dreams with a different type of PPV. Passion, power, vision. Contact Kathy, the Dream Resuscitator, and download your free work-life balance playbook at freegiftfromkathy.com.
Everyone has a story to tell, and I want to hear yours. I'm Eileen Lemelman, host of It All Starts With You. Our stories are a unique way to appreciate, understand, and respect each other. Your story of transformation in life and business serves as an inspiration for us all. I'm offering you a platform to highlight your powerful message and journey. Contact me, Eileen Lemelman, host of It All Starts With You, at itallstartswithyou.live. I look forward to connecting with you. Let's continue the journey. Now back to the show. So welcome back, and hopefully we have no more Amber Alerts. But we are here with Patti Shotwell, the insurance lady, and she is telling us all things that we need to know about long-term care. And I know we don't always want to think about these things, but like you said earlier, when you get to that point where it's urgent, where you need it, you won't be able to get it.
You won't be able to get it. Yep.
And so we have to plan. We must plan in advance for all things for our care, financially, also physically, like where we're going to be. We have to think about these things. Yeah. We have to think about, do we want to stay in our home? And if that's the case, then how much is that going to cost to have someone come to the house and care for us?
Yeah.
If we're okay, and some people do choose to go to assisted living, and they really make that choice, and they really like that option. Yeah. And so how much is that going to cost?
Right.
And how do I plan for that? Because even people that live in assisted living might also need extra care in assisted living.
Yep.
So we have to also think about that, correct?
Yeah. And these things can come on at any time. I mean, you just don't know when something's going to happen. I mean, a simple trip and fall can lead to hospitalization, to a skilled nursing stay with rehab, and then afterwards you may need like care at that point, depending on how much damage you did. So, and that would be, if you're back in your home and your family's having to take care of you, it's getting you out of the bed, it's taking you to the toilet, it's bathing you and all these things, because you've lost your mobility. It could be even temporary for 3 months or 6 months while you rehab, but it's something you just never know when this is going to happen.
That's right.
It doesn't have to be a medical condition that you have that brings this on. It could just be something,
simply an accident.
A slip and fall can do it.
Yes.
So, I mean, I was mentioning to you, I said 4 years ago, before I had my hip replacement surgery, I had to have my husband help me get dressed. I couldn't put my socks on. I had difficulty putting my slacks on because I couldn't reach, my feet. And at that time, I'm like, oh my God, that's one of the activities of daily living that I'm losing in my 50s. And I was like, that was kind of frightening. I saw how easy that was.
So here we're talking about the importance of really planning and making sure that you have education so that you know what it is you want to do in the future. What advice can you give someone who needs motivation to get started or doesn't even know where to get started? What advice would you give them?
The first thing is you need to think about what you want as you get older. How do you want to receive care? And you need to talk to your family members. If you have family members that you're wanting to depend upon to provide you with some of these services, you need to talk to them, and you have to have an open and honest discussion as to
Oh
what
boy, now
is
we're
going
getting
on.
into like
Yeah.
a really, really hard subject,
It's a very
right?
hard subject, but it's something that
Communication, you need
it's
to
very
communicate.
important. It's very important. And if there's, and if it's a situation where you're like, no, I don't want my family involved, it's something that I want to handle myself, then you need to look at the options for the type of care plans that are available, whether it's a long-term care insurance or whether it's one of the hybrid products, or even they have these home care programs, which are
that's wonderful.
basically you're buying hours of home care
Yes.
now at today's prices.
Yes.
Yes, and you're saving them for later
Oh, I
when
love
you
that.
need them.
Oh, that's a great option.
It really is a good option.
That is a great option.
Yep, and you can use those hours for just to have somebody take you to the grocery store if you need that. Just, you need an hour a day or something, or you need 3 hours a day or 5 hours. It's something that you can use, and it starts like right away.
That's
There's
wonderful.
no elimination period
Yeah, I
on
love
those.
that option because this way we could have a hybrid of family care and
Yes,
that.
yes, you
So
can.
that could be
Yep.
a really good option
Yeah.
for people.
Yep.
So let's back up a minute, and how we were saying that you need to sit down and have an open, honest
Yes.
discussion with family members about what it is that you're thinking about, what it is that you are, wanting from them. Let's say they needed some help with that. Would you sit with them and have that conversation and really help people to dissect and really identify what it is? Like exactly what you're saying to me.
That's one of the things that I do is if somebody has questions about their long-term care needs, we can sit down, we can discuss what their wants and needs and desires are. That's important. What their financial situation is, what have they planned for their future retirement, how that can come into play. Also, their family involvement. It's all part of the discussion and learning what your options are, and then you can make decisions as to what you want to do.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And also, another question is, went out of my head. Because I'm getting older. No, but, I know. Last question I wanted to ask you. Let's say somebody is watching from another state.
Okay.
Could they still call you and ask you questions about, and could you get them policies even though we're in South Florida and they're in Chicago?
Okay. I am licensed in 15 states right
good.
now.
Okay.
So
All right.
legally, I can discuss insurance policies and things with people in 15 states.
So
now,
good.
I also have other states pending,
Okay.
which if somebody called me from like a state that I wasn't licensed in, I could easily get licensed in that
beautiful.
state. So
So
I mean, there are requirements.
How would they contact you? Because I know people are going to want to contact you.
so-
How would they contact you?
Well, there's 2 ways you can call, but not now because my phone is turned off finally. But my phone number is on the screen. It's 954-540-7850. And or you can email me at pattytheinsurancelady@gmail.com. Now you should be able to remember that.
Patty with an I.
Patty with an I.
Patty with an I, the insurance lady.
The insurance lady.
The insurance lady, and she is. Yes.
Yeah. So either of
Okay.
those ways are perfect.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for educating us. And I know you are in good hands if you call Patty, and you should, just to educate yourself, get this done, because we need to take care of all things in our life, in our future, in our old age. As we age, we need to take care of this. So thanks so much for being here.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you
And
for having me.
You're welcome. So we're going to end here. What a great discussion on all things long-term care. And I hope you got educated, and I hope it made you think about the affirmation this week, which is I adjust and improve my action plan every opportunity. Today was an opportunity to sit and think about how you want to adjust your plan for your future. So listen, we're going to end here today, but I want you to make sure you come next week, because next week I'm having a party. I'm having a big book launch party. And if you are in the area, come to the studio. We're going to have food. We're going to have music. I'm going to be interviewing all my co-authors that I collaborated with on my new book called To Speak, Lead, and Impact. So make sure you tune in next week, and make sure you plan to take care of yourself this week. Have a great Labor Day. Have a great week. I'll see you next week, ladies, because you know it all starts with you. You have been watching It All Starts with You. New and exciting opportunities are ahead of you. You are creating your own destiny. Until we meet again, my friends, it all starts with you.